Here, Dad. I was gonna give this to you earlier, but you seemed in a bad mood.
Well, thank you. My birthday money?
Yeah, it is his birthday. Now tomorrow's your birthday. You can't have it yet. Good morning, folks. Got to start the day off going straight to the FSA office. Got to drop off some paperwork, and then we're going to come back and try to tile plow for a little bit. We got about 6 hours before it rains. Not the most ideal situation having to go to town first, but sometimes it happens. I had to stop over here at the hoop barn on the way there. As you can see, we are making progress. I didn't know there was going to be a concrete pad in the middle of there, and neither did anybody else till about a day before it went down. I think he's got issues. Well, it was a cold ride to work. It's about 28 to 30 degrees. Big temperature change. Hope we get rain, not snow. And I want it to go back to 60. But first thing we got to do this morning, over along those trees, we're going to put what we call a sacrificial tile line. We have a 6-inch up along those trees. We're going to put a 4 closer to the trees. We would rather that those tree roots grow into this 4-inch line that's not really doing anything instead of the main that we already have in there. So we never made a tiling bucket yet. What I mean by that is welding a straight edge across one. We do have a spare bucket. This is going to be the bucket we use for tiling eventually. But right now we're going to steal one of the teeth off of it, because if you remember in the last tiling video, Dad is missing the middle tooth on his 3-foot bucket. Just so happens that's exactly where the tile needs to go, and you have to dig more. So we're going to snag one of those. It's shaping up to be a miracle if we get any pipe in the ground before it rains, but we'll at least be ready to, take all the stuff off the tractors and switch over to tillage. So depending on how much rain we get today and the rest of the week, I don't know if we're going to get back to tiling, because that's going to push us into late March, and at that point we need to start strip tilling, vertical tilling. The tractor that is on the tiling plow is the corn planting tractor. So we can probably get by with leaving that plow hooked for probably another month. We'll just use the fold box in the other tractor to move the corn planter. So we have quickly shot up the progression of persuasion with this bolt. Mission accomplished. Hey, it's raining. No, I'm kidding, it's not raining. Now, even after we get rained out, we have like a pretty big commitment we have to go to after, even if we don't get rained out, around 4. And so this edge we're going to put across these teeth to help make this a little bit more suitable for tiling. These teeth, when you find a main with those teeth, you put a hole in it. Put an edge on it, that might not be the case. This is actually a broke cutting edge off of one of the loaders. Can't really do much with this little piece on the loader, but it'll be about perfect for that bucket. So over here we're going to run this 4. The 4 is not tying into the main, it is just going straight into the ditch, I believe. So we're going to be running a lot of laterals into this main, so we need to figure out where all they go. So I'm going to go look at the tile plan to double check. So a lot easier when it was warmer. All right, so here's the plan. This is the first lateral we'll run. Ryan told me you want to start closest to your outlet because it's going to start, draining. You don't want your hose to back up with water. So we're going to start here and then work our way up. So while Dad's digging, I'm going to hop in this thing and start marking lines so that Dad knows where to dig, and we'll get to moving. Okay, so right now I found the first lateral in this set of laterals in the tile plan, which would be this one right there. I went into install mode, so I would have a guidance line, but my guidance width is only set for like however wide the tile plow is. So now when I survey back, I'm going to make a new guidance width at 40 feet because these are 40 feet spaced laterals. Right now we are just scratching us a path, and then we're going to survey on the way back. Right now we're doing our survey pass. We're also setting our 40-foot guidance pass. Now, just to clarify, we're doing this on our own. This is the first full day we're on our own, but I am burning up Mr. Ryan's cell phone right now with questions, so don't want to make it sound like we know exactly what we're doing. We have a general idea, but still, you know, there's still some questions every now and again. And that's where it pays to have a good team of people, and I think Soilmax does. So now I'm going to lock on to our, we just messed up our survey. So now we are going to lock on to our AB lines and just go down through this main, basically driving up on the berm, making a tire track so Dad knows where to dig. So let's see, now we'll go over here, lock on to our next AB line, make him a mark to dig on, and then we'll probably go install this other line first. So now when we drive up on the berm, that's where he'll dig. Alright, time to dig. So Dad just split the main. Just about it was somebody else other than me this time, but gotta run and grab a tee. That main's already flowing water, so we're gonna have some cold hands here in a minute. Yay, I'm the only one with boots. So Kayla's got me eating rabbit food and drinking water. And I was telling Dad and BJ I should be right here by now, but I'm not. What was your big solution?
Oh, lid, dump some out. To your down at that level. Then you can go back to see I drank all my water.
Darn it, I thought we were going to get our...
He might just want to leave it in for hot till he gets out of here.
Thought we were going to use our first yankum rope, pull a truck out, get our pipe loaded up. BJ, are you getting used to working with 4-inch pipe?
I've been working with 4-inch pipe for a while now.
So while he's pre-stringing, I'm just holding this pipe here so it doesn't pull out of the boot. Once he pre-strings, we'll flip the pipe on the other side of the ditch. Being that we are up against these trees, we can't use the power feeder, so it shouldn't be an issue. Look at that tile feeder out there. Doing a fine job he is. We might or might not be mildly stuck. We're not really stuck, but we ain't going nowhere. Yep, need the yankum rope. So we're not stuck. If I'd pull that plow out of the ground, we would move, but wouldn't be putting pipe in the ground then, so that's no good. Definitely still getting some slip. Now we are going up a slight grade, but more than anything, this is where all the water runs down. There's actually a washout right about where BJ's at now.
That keeps waving us forward like we can pull faster.
Lock your diff. We are still moving, and we are letting it eat, but we ain't moving fast. I think once we get up to about where BJ's at, we'll have it made. We'll be out of the wet spot, maybe. But we are smearing the crap out of the ground back there. Yeah, all right, it's in. I thought we were going to get through this project without getting these tractors muddy. I don't think that's going to be the case now. Pretty sure Dad is super impressed with all the stuff that's ended up in our field. Like that truck. And a grill. All sorts of treasures. Alright, now time to fix that main. Then we can get to the fun stuff. So it looks like not only did we split the main, we also hit an old 4 that was still running. Well, that old 4 is now filling up with water.
Brian, we finally coached been getting in the hole. He got boots on. Hi, Brian.
Let's go. I believe I'm the only one that was in the hole.
I was in there a while ago, dug that out. BJ dug his share of it out.
We got our splice in, our tap tee in. Actually went a lot smoother than I thought. Hope old Chris up there don't give me a copyright infringement. That's radius. We're starting over. Nice and warm.
So that right there is where Glacier Mountain spring water comes from.
You know that septic over there is where Dasani comes from.
I mean, this tile is so good that the water is just like running out of the ground to get to it.
So right now BJ is resurveying. I think he wanted me to get my boots muddy so he could get the tractor. But anyway, he's resurveying this line. I surveyed it earlier. I might have messed it up a little bit. Wasn't sure, so it takes no time to do that. So he's going to survey it, go back up, put the plow in the hole, feed the boot, run the pipe through. Dad's going to pre-string. We're probably going to run out. With him pre-stringing, hopefully he can be back before BJ gets to the spot that's out of pipe. I feel like this will work pretty good eventually. So there goes BJ. So BJ's just taking off installing this pipe. We did run into a little bit of an issue. I had to dig the hole out a little bit more. There's a low spot in the middle of this field, so we had to have a pretty good grade there, or have a pretty good size start hole. Our outlets, or our mains, are 42 inch, and that's 38, so we don't have as much margin. Over there it was 42 and 32, I believe, but should still work. But I gotta pack this down, fill this in by hand. According to Mr. Zook, this is the most important job on the crew. Like he said, the machine is doing everything else for you, but this is the manual error, or human error part of it. Well, this took entirely too long, but I had to pack that down, shovel a lot on there, but that pipe should be good now. So let's go get one more. Seriously, we might only get one, maybe two more before we have to leave. Not the most productive day, but we got something done, I guess. Oh. Are you going up a little bit? Huh? Are you going full depth, or are you going up a bit? Up a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we are going to do one more run. I'm going to bury this tile while they are getting started with that one, and then we've got to get out of here. Hey, Pockets! What are you doing? Tire pressure good? Alright, so Dad just left. Get these holes covered up. It's gonna be raining here real soon. Let's see if I can remember how to run this thing. I think the rain is here. Putting the tractors in this building, since we've got it here, I don't think we're going to get to use them for a while. DJ just hit the building. Less than ideal. Hey guys, that's pretty much it for this one. Sorry I didn't get into much detail on this big meeting we went to at the end of this video. We'll talk about that in the very near future, but it pretty much is pivotal to all the other projects we have going forward as far as the buildings and everything. So thanks for watching. Oh, and the money at the beginning, movie prop money, not real money. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, and we'll see you in the next one.